to actually open that file. So when we were kind of trying to write to that HTTP log file, we actually use the open keyword, open function from the operating system to open that file. So what we'll do is that, what we can do is that we can say help and we can say os.open just to know what that function does for us. And it will tell us what that function does and what are the different arguments it takes. Okay. So what it tells is that open a file for a low level IO. Okay. So what it does is like it opens a file so that we can either read it or we can write it. And it also tells us like it accepts the path of the file and it also accepts the flags. Flags is something like, do we want to just read the file? Do we want to write something to the file? We just say W over here. So that will tell the open function that we want to open that file to write something. Okay. Or we want to, if we just say R, we want to kind of read something. Okay. So that are some of the things that open function, like we can use this functionality like help. Okay. To kind of achieve certain things. So for an example, there is one thing over here, let's say remove. Okay. And you wanted to know what this remove will do for you. So you can just say os.remove. Okay. And it will tell you that it will remove a file. So it will be helpful in deleting a file for you. So if you want to delete certain file from certain from a folder, what you can do is that you can just use os.remove and give it the path of the file name that you want to remove. Okay, so that's quite handy. So this is very important info that you should kind of always use, is that you can always use dir command to know what are the different functionality that module provides to you, and also like understand like if there's any documentation for that function that module provides to you. Okay, so let's quit this. So I hope this function is now clear. And what I will say is that as an exercise, what you guys can do is that maybe try to go over here, virus total. So this is something I think you guys already know. Virus total is where you can kind of search for any website if it is malicious or not, and it actually provides an API. Okay, API, and let's say Python. Okay, so the task what I want to kind of give you guys is that what you can do is that you can kind of go through this documentation and understand like how using Python you can interact with this virus total API key, this virus total, and you can search like if any domain is like malicious or not, and get the result from there. Okay, and add that info to this log file. Okay, so this is something I like to give you as an exercise, which you can kind of explore in your free time. Okay, how to kind of add those kind of functionality. So I hope this was kind of interesting, and this will open a multitude of opportunity for you guys. So rather than just depending on the tools that we use, you can enrich those kind of tool in real time and utilize that for kind of handling different kind of incidents. So that's all for this script, and you can also download that from here, that which I have kind of shared that earlier to you. So if you guys don't have any questions right now, I will kind of take a 2 minutes break, and then I will kind of resume our discussion with the DNS part. And DNS thing, as I told, like it will be more of a theory. So kind of thing is that just based on, we can't always have a lot of labs. So we'll try to kind of complete those theories too, because it is much important. Okay. So just give me guys 2 minutes break, and I'll just quickly grab some water. Thanks. Okay, guys. So now let's resume our discussion. And today, our thing is that what we were really going to do is that we will be kind of understanding a lot of things about DNS and how kind of DNS can help us. Let's say, let me just quickly write something over here. So close this out, and let me close this out. Okay, so now let me go to this one. Okay, so now the first thing that we will be kind of seeing is that how to kind of, let's say, check if any DNS request is kind of malicious or not. So that is one thing we'll try to see how we can do that. And we'll also try to understand how DNS can be kind of abused by the attackers. Okay, attackers. And the other thing is that what's the role of DNS? How DNS can kind of help us in kind of handling multiple different kind of incidents. Okay, DNS usage during incident handling. So incident handling. So as an overview, we have already seen this part, like what are different scenarios, but we'll try to see in much more detail. Okay, so let's start with the DNS request. So the first thing, guys, that as a cybersecurity professional, we wanted to kind of know is that, let's say there are multiple kind of DNS requests that has been made on an enterprise level, on an enterprise environment. Let's say you are working for a client, and let's say you have like huge amount of log files, a huge log file of DNS requests that were made. Okay, and from there you wanted to kind of know what are the DNS requests towards the URL. Let's say that there is some URL like Google dot, let's say, ABC, for example, not .com but ABC, and you wanted to know that, okay, for the log file, the first thing is how we can kind of easily know that that file is kind of malicious, or kind of that URL is kind of malicious or not. Okay, so that is one of the first thing that we can do. And how to do that is, let me just quickly go to that part. Give me 1 second. I have a link that I want to share. So let me go to this one, and over here, Symantec top 20 carried away. So this is one of the blogs, guys, and this is one of the blogs by Symantec. So what they have done is that they have actually curated the whole internet, and like a lot of alerts and all. And what they have done is, like earlier, they have come up with a list of 20 domains that were like highly malicious, but that were seen as malicious. Okay, so this is a chart over here. Okay, like anything. Let's say someone let's say that let's say there is something like google.com, we already know. But let's say someone enrolled a website saying google.country. Okay, or let's say google.stream, google.download. Okay, so what you can do is that there are a lot of websites like dot tk, that is one of the